Hello, friends. I'm Angela Beck, and this is the Langue Idiomas channel. Okay. Today we are going to start working to improve our vocabulary in English. Okay, working with some synonyms and antonyms, and while we are trying to answer some questions of previous exams of concursos. Okay. But before we move on to this topic, I would like to know about you. What are your major issues when you are doing some exams in English? Okay, so you can answer this question here down below this video. Is your problem with grammar, or you have issues with vocabulary, or is it use of English? So just to remember that this video is part of my work with some students. I try to prepare them to exams, concursos in Brazil. And also I work with some other students that like to improve their skills in talking, writing English, okay? So you can find my material at the site Langue Idiomas, and the link is also below the post of this video, okay? So we are going to start with a set of questions and a small fragment of text. Today we are going to amplify our vocabulary of the using a given text that I chosen for you. And we are going to work with some questions and try to improve our skills. So that's it, guys. We are going to see some exam from CESGRANRIO. It is from 2024. It just happened, okay? So we're going to start by reading the text, right? I hope you guys are seeing this. So, central banks have become essential parts of modern states. Their monetary policy announcements are seen as major elements of macroeconomic policy and have tangible effects. Nevertheless, their role is not limited to changing the cost of credit in order to influence consumer prices and economic activity. They play a major role in organizing and regulating the payment system to ensure that means of payment, whether paper or electronic, can be used throughout a country in a secure manner. They are also concerned with financial stability. Their role in financial stability concerns banking supervision, for which many central banks are responsible. But it is also about acting as a lender of last resort during a banking crisis to prevent crisis from spreading and the financial system from collapsing. Finally, they are also vigilant to ensure that their monetary policy decisions do not encourage speculative bubbles or, on the contrary, create liquidity crisis in the financial system, financial markets. So, guys, this is a text related to financial system, and they are dealing with the issue of central banks, okay? So in these fragments of text, we have seen there is some important words. Let's move on to see this now. I've marked some words for us to study. Okay, let's see it. First of all, the word role means function, função, okay? Or part, or parte, or even job, trabalho, all right? So when the texts say they play a major role in organizing and regulating the payment system, to talk about central banks, right? They are saying that banks have a function of organizing, regulating, etc. Or that the job of central banks are those ones described in the text, okay? So role means function, means part, or means job, okay? Those are all synonymous with role. Another interesting word is concerned, which is an adjective and means involved, right? Or preoccupied. Let's see in the text. Their whole, it is before. They are also concerned with financial stability. To talk about the central banks, telling us that the central banks are also concerned with financial stability. Concerned in this case means envolvido, involved, or preoccupied, preocupado, okay? So move on to the next word. We also have the verb concerns, right? Concern. It concerns means it includes, it covers something, okay? Let's see in the text, what does it mean? Their role in financial stability concerns or includes banking supervision, for which many central banks are responsible, right? So they work with payment, right? Regulate payment system, organizing the system. They regulate the insecure, the use of money, right? And they also work with financial stability. And in the end, financial stability is a major concern of central banks, okay? But the question in the question of this desse concurso, né, it says lender of last resort. Let's see it. I put it here for your guys to see the things I told you guys, right? The word whole means function. Let's go back a little bit before. Function, part, job, right? The word concerned is involved, preoccupied. The word concern is a verb, and it concerns means it includes, it covers, cobre, ok? Para falar do trabalho do Banco Central. Let's see the question now. In the fragment, in the first paragraph of the text, the words in bold about acting as lender of last resort during banking crisis can be respectively replaced with any change in meaning by A, giver or relief, B, donor, enlarge, C, loaner and chance. D, subsidizer and hotel. And E, cheaper and opportunity, right? So, subsidizer, que coloca ali. Vamos see, but let's see, guys. Vamos ver aqui. So, here I put in red that the central bank also acts as a lender of last resort. Let's see what does it mean, okay? In the item A, let's move on to the question to discuss this topic. In the item A, giver means donor, right? Is it the central bank a donor ou doador? Is it? Of course not, right? The idea of giver means donor, right? But it's not right. It's wrong. Resort can mean relief, as in the item A says, giver and relief. Maybe, right? In some extent, this is part of this part of the item could be correct, but we saw that the first part is wrong, right? The word giver doesn't is not exactly synonymous with lender. Okay, so let's move on to item B, donor and lodge. Donor and lodge, the word donor, we already know it is false, right? Because lender is not the same thing as donor, right? So what does lodge means? Lodge brings the idea of a place to stay, like a hotel. So it is wrong, right? Because in the text, resort is not the same thing as resort hotel, to stay, a place to stay. This idea of hotel doesn't fit in the text, right? So it's wrong. The item C, loaner and chance. Let's see. Lender of last resort. Lender and loaner are resemble. These are words that can be synonymous, right? Because loaner means lender. It is someone, loaner is someone that, or some institution who lends money or oferece empréstimos, okay? So it is right, as the central bank is a lender, right, guys? But last resort has the same meaning of chance that we see in the letter, in the item C. Let's see. Resort means opportunity, recourse, or resource. So is the central bank a lender or a loaner of less opportunity, of less resource, of less recourse? Yes, right, guys? It's right. So yeah, it's right. So we can already say that the item C is the right one. But why is the others items wrong? the letters C and D. Let's see. Subsidizer. Subsidizer in the question could be someone who subsidies something, pays some amount. But that idea is false because in the first place, a subsidizer is not a common term here. It is the Longman Dictionary. You can see the verb subside means decrease, right? But subsidizer is to pay some amount, right? É o mesmo que subsídio em português. So it's not the same thing here. It doesn't mean the same thing because the bank do not exactly act, the central bank doesn't act as a subsidizer here. It's the lender of last resort, right? Ele está emprestando dinheiro, certo? Como a última chance para o país se acertar as contas, ok? So, subsidizer is wrong, ok? So, the last word for us here is hotel. Here is some kind of joke, right? Because he is playing, the examiners are playing with us because he may say that resort is the same thing as hotel here. Again and again, he's using this idea of resort as lodge, a place to stay, a hotel, a place to remain while you were traveling, okay? But this is not okay here. It doesn't apply to the text, okay? The last item, the item E, tipper and opportunity. Who is a tipper? A tipper is someone who gives tips, right? Gorjetas. Again, the central bank does not give money away because it is not its function to act like that. But it lends money. You have to pay back the bank, right? So the item E is wrong, right? And opportunity, yes, opportunity here is a good word to replace resort, right? Because it's less chance, it's less opportunity. But here, less tipper is totally wrong. So guys, the item C is correct, right? Because it means that the bank is going to act as a lender of last resort, meaning that he is a loaner of last chance, of last opportunity, okay? So if you guys had liked this test and would like to train a little bit more, I offer some material for you to prepare. We have some classes too for exams, and you can find it at langueidiomas.com. See you there. Bye.